Hey guys, it's Laser here. I wanted to do a quick video today just casually talking about the upcoming banner character Zhongli. Zhongli is a support character with the Geo element, and honestly he's one of my favorite characters in the game. I've had him since I think version 1.5 now, and I've been using him on my team almost every single day. There's a lot of talk about whether or not he's still as good as he once was, and while I'll admit he's not as broken as he once was, he's still a top tier character in my opinion. Now, I think a lot of the conversation around whether or not Zhongli is worth it really stems from the fact that he's being run alongside another equally broken character, Ganyu. And this is a character who's having her very first rerun banner, whereas Zhongli has already had one. Mihoyo is making this a really tough choice for its player base, and honestly, I see this as an issue that's going to continue going forward as we get more and more characters. You're really going to have to plan in advance who you want based on the team that you have in mind. For some people, this could be a pretty easy decision. If you're someone who uses Geo characters like myself as your main DPS, if you're using like a Ningguang or an Ito, then I feel like it's a bit of a no-brainer to pick Zhongli because he's such a viable support. Other people who are using elemental-based teams, they might prefer Ganyu as a whole, or if you just want a second DPS for the Abyss, then Ganyu will probably seem like the better option for you. With that said, maybe let's just talk about a few of the reasons why you would want to have Zhongli on your team. The easiest place to start is one of the topics I was mentioning earlier, whether or not you run a Geo main DPS. I can't stress how important it is to have Zhongli on a Geo-based team because of the crazy value that he adds with his resistant shred combined with the Geo resonance. Even if you're not running a Geo main DPS, it's still a really strong combo if you're using an Anemo DPS like Xiao. You won't get the full 40% resistance shred, but you'll still be getting a really strong 15% damage bonus combined with a 20% resistance shred. Toss in a Ningguang with the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, and you get another 48% attack buff on top of all of those debuffs. Now, let's get into the big ticket item here and talk about shields, because there's a lot to be said about them. Before Mihoyo started adding enemies that dealt corrosion damage over time or started to do true damage, you could really use shields as a way to bypass most of the mechanics in the game. This was especially true for a character like Zhongli, who has the strongest shield in the game. Before, you could just run him with a triple HP build and just forget about healers altogether and run 3 different damage dealers. Now that you can't completely ignore all damage like you used to, a lot of people are thinking Zhongli is not good. Personally, I think this is a little bit overblown because in most cases, Zhongli can still do just that. It also neglects the fact that Zhongli, unlike other shielding characters, provides a resistance shred with his shield. This makes him more than just a purely defensive character as he does increase your offense as well. I still have not seen a reason to replace him on any of my teams, even when I'm fighting enemies that deal true damage or deal corrosion damage like the Rift Hounds. Speaking of Zhongli's offensive capabilities, he still has a very strong burst that has very high scaling. Now he's no Ayaka or Eula with his burst, but if you see some of my other showcases, you can see that he does up to 80k damage without major buffs like a Bennett or a Mona. This is really nice damage that adds up over time. Further to that, if you're fighting smaller mobs with really high HP, like the Spectres that we've been seeing throughout the Abyss and in Inazuma lately, his burst really allows you to perform some great crowd control with the Petrify ability that'll keep enemies in place for 5 seconds. The last point I want to make about his burst is the cast time. I see a lot of people see this as a negative because it's how long it takes, but it does allow you to iframe in really dangerous scenarios and avoid a lot of damage. That's all I wanted to say for Zhongli. I hope you guys like this kind of video. It's a new style for me, and I would always appreciate the feedback on whether or not you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you come back for another video.